My name is Elsie Campbell from Ponca City, Oklahoma. I've been quilting nearly all my life, at least 50 years. And I'm a published author. Was here at market last week introducing my 5th book. And I travel and teach quilt making all over the nation, some international. So the quilt we're looking at here I called Elegance. I felt like it was. It's cotton sateen, whole cloth, with heavy trapunto and stipple in here, a little bit of channel quilting with fill, yarn fill. I started this probably in 2008 after I'd viewed an exhibit at Winterthur, DuPont Mansion in northern Delaware, southern Pennsylvania. They had an exhibit of exquisite 1700 quilts from different nations, mostly from France. There was Boutis and Trapunto. Some of them had heavy stipple, and sometimes the thread in the heavy stipple was the only thing holding those little quilts pieces together. And I looked closely at those exhibits and I thought, you know, if they could do it then, I can do it now. So I went home and designed it, got the designs on the quilt top, and started quilting. I wrote 3 books during the time it took to quilt this, so I probably made 125 quilts or so. During the time I was quilting on this, this was mostly when I was traveling that I was quilting on it. Sometimes in the evenings. So it is quilted by hand. And it took 8 years to complete the quilting. But it was because I was doing so many other things in between. I love feathers. I love designing feather designs and so forth. So it's all original. Originally I thought I would take pastel hand-dyed fabrics from some of the same scraps I had and do a floral arrangement in these areas. And when as the quilting progressed, I decided it really didn't need that. It's intended for bed, it's large enough for bed, and it just didn't seem appropriate to be adding 3-dimensional features on it. I rather liked the whole cloth. I've won other awards with hand quilting, but I've also won awards with my stationary machine quilting, most recently at first place in Des Moines at an AQS show. I was very pleased to get a 2nd place here because the other quilts are absolutely exquisite. This was a real honor for me. My daughter-in-law liked this one. She saw it in process many, many times as we would travel to their house. So it is spoken for. She will have it when I'm through with it. The edge I just thought was appropriate to do a little scalloped edge. And I ended up putting the binding on by hand. I had it done by machine with a piping in here. The piping drew up originally when I saw it hanging in a show and I couldn't get it stretched out. So I ripped the binding off and put it on again completely by hand, and I think it's appropriate. So I'm very pleased with it. It's going to be in a traveling exhibit now until June, so it won't be in my possession until next summer, and that's kind of hard. But I've enjoyed seeing it hanging in shows. Thank you.